We've dealt with factorizing quadratics. Now we'll solve quadratic equations. Every quadratic equation has two possible solutions to it. Consider the following factorized trinomial. In order to maintain the integrity of the equation, the value of x needs to be such that it makes the left-hand side carry a value of 0. In other words, for the left-hand side to be 0, either x minus 2 must equal 0, or x plus 1 must equal 0. Note that only one of the brackets needs to be 0, since 0 times any number is 0. The solution to x minus 2 times x plus 1 equals 0 is therefore given as x minus 2 equals 0. So, x equals 2. Or x plus 1 equals 0, so x equals minus 1. Clearly, x can only be one value. So if x is either of these values, 2 or minus 1, then the equation will hold true. Before we go any further, let's check the solution. If x equals 2, then x minus 2 times x plus 1 equals 2 minus 2 times 2 plus 1, which equals 0 times 3, which is 0. And if x equals minus 1, x minus 2 times x plus 1 equals minus 1 minus 2 times minus 1 plus 1, which is minus 3 times 0, which is 0. Irene, I'd like you to solve x squared plus x minus 20 equals 0.
Okay. The factors of x squared are x and x. The factors of 20 that give a difference of 1 are 5 and 4. The product of the outers is 4x, and the product of the inners is 5x. So, the greater factor, which is 5x, gets the plus sign, and the other bracket gets the minus sign. Finally, solving the equation, I get x equals minus 5, or x equals 4.
Nicely done, Irene.
Hang on, Irene. 4 and 5 are not the only factors of 20, you know. Why didn't you use 1 times 20? Or 2 times 10? Yes. I know that, Maria. I chose 4 and 5 because the difference of the two numbers is 1. The difference of 20 and 1 is 19, and the difference of 10 and 2 is 8.
Maria, remember to look at the sign of the last term of the trinomial. If it is minus, the difference of the inners and outers will give the middle term. The product of the outers is 4x, and the product of the inners is 5x. The difference between 5x and 4x is x. We then assign the greater product, which is 5x, the sign of the middle term of the trinomial, which is plus. And the other bracket therefore gets the minus sign.
Okay, thanks, Jane.
Sure, Maria. Tony, I'd like you to solve x squared equals 3x minus 2.
Very well. The first thing I do is to take all the terms onto one side of the equation. That gives us x squared minus 3x plus 2 equals 0. The factors of x squared are x, and the factors of 2 are 2 and 1. The sign of the last term of the trinomial is plus, which means the signs in the brackets will be the same. And because the sign of the middle term of the trinomial is minus, the signs will both be minus. So, my solution is x equals 2, or x equals 1. How was that?
Nice work, Tony. All right. That concludes quadratic equations.